tripod, hoping it works. Hi. Oh, I'm too short again. Wait. Hello? Up. Volume. Hi guys. Cheers. Coffee today. This is a live stream. You can chat with me. If you watch it later, I might talk to other people. Hoi hoi, Katja. Hello, Judy. Who else is there? Bill is there. Lynn, hi. Frido, hello, Bodil. Tired. It's Monday again. Why is that on Mondays? Oh. Hi, Susan. Hi, Blinky. Hi, Joyce. You made it. Yannick is there. Hello, Lou. Hi, Erica. Hi, Dana. Dana. Sorry. Abby, that means you say vinke vinke to little kids that should wave, or that the parents want to wave. Vinke vinke also means goodbye. Hi, Rose. Well, I don't know. What are we gonna do today? I thought another negative space thing. I haven't painted in a long time. Almost a week. Is it a week? I don't know. I don't even remember, so it must have been a long time. Oh, Bill, that's nice of you. Drive carefully. You know there's idiots on the street. Always have to count those in. Oh, winke winke. Yes. Okay. Let me clean this mess up again. E-A-O. So, last week's thing. Let me show you that one before I forget. Yeah, I don't know. It's not my best work. Not sure what's going to happen with this. It kind of looks interesting. This looks almost like, so this could be Bender from Futurama, but also it could be like 3 statues on something. It looks, yeah, I'm torn. I don't know. Seriously, I don't know. I really like this part here. This is what I love. This part. Yeah. I'm gonna hang it right there, and then we'll see what's gonna happen with that. You know, if this wasn't there, just, can you see? No. If, like this whole part with the lines, I just love those lines. And this part is fairly interesting, but this part is, I don't know. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. It is what it is. Hi, Nani. Hello, Robert. Hi, Susan. Oh, sorry. Okay, Terrier. Let me close the door before she comes back. Nee, geh du auch raus, Louis. Come on. Geh schön raus. Ja, schön draußen schreien. Ja. That's the time when I talk German. I talk to the dogs. And he's back. Darn it. Howdy, JR. Hi, Corinne. Cali folks. Okay. Yeah, Helga likes, oh gosh, that dog. Okay. So, last week I told you about the Michaels canvases and how shitty they can be, and that I want you to check them out in, okay, look, can you see that? I didn't, it was warped a tiny bit and I thought it would be okay. Put the paint on and now it actually got, like, after it dried, it's, it got a little bit better. So this was even worse. Yeah. Painting is cool though. So pick out your own canvases. Don't necessarily buy them online. Where was I? Canvas, another 16 by 20. I have paint gray. This is the golden kind, my good old friend. I'm skipping, I also told you last week that one of my Valspars is stinky. And it got worse and worse and worse. And it was wonky right away. Kind of the same thing that I had happening with the Dynasty when I had a bad batch. Yeah. Switch to the other can that is not stinky and that works again. Just a little tip. If you have a stinker, bring it back to the store. Ew, what's that? Speaking of stinkers. No, just about. Oh. One more bark. Or not. Okay, this is pearl white. And a new one, which would be... Hey, Louis, come on. If you say a word, he would just come. There we go. One of the little shits got picked up. Sorry. Where was I? Paint's gray. Showed you that already. Pearl white. This is, I think I just spit on the camera. It's the coffee. Super pearl white. Let me show you. It's Nova color. So last week I showed you a pearl white, and that was the word that I couldn't pronounce. Nacreous white. Nacreous white. And what I didn't realize before is this is translucent, this is opaque. What? So we see how this performs. It's the same as the Super Pearl Gold, just not in gold, in white. Blah. Who cares? Okay. You guys pick. Should I do a gold cell activator or just a white cell activator? Should I add black? Those are all decisions that you're gonna make while I flip the camera. If you have questions and I don't see them while I paint, wait till I do the flyover and then I will be more able to see them. If not, there's a lot of people in the chat that might know stuff. Like I said, I'm tired. Maybe I should switch to a Wednesday instead of a Monday. Hi, Nikki. Gold, said Judy. Okay. So studio, no, I did not. No, I did not change things. No, you can just see more of my mess down here. Oops. It's because the camera is usually tilted more upwards. That's why you don't see my forehead. And then you see more of whatever is up there and not what's down here, which is probably smarter because it looks cleaner. I do want to do something with the studio though. It's hard in a tiny, tiny room to bring everything in, like an easel, all the airbrush stuff, and the office. Thank you, Nani. You guys are the best. Let me have more coffee. use them all. Rose. Well, Katja? Let's do this dang spiel. Yeah, Nikki, so the moving in and out is the worst part because all the paintings are in here too. I don't have a storage room. I don't have, there's a loft up above, but that is filled with about 150 paintings that I haven't looked at in probably a couple of years. Maybe one day I'll bring you up there. We can look through it, do a little special auction or something. That's interesting, you guys. Okay. Do them all. Is everybody okay with that? Yeah, it's possible. The camera. Wait, let me. No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna flip you over and then we'll paint. There we go. No confusion with things so far. You have to yell at me again if I tilt in the wrong direction or you can't see anymore. That has worked in the last few sessions very well. I'm very proud of us. You should be able to see. Good. Well, whatever the word is that we're using. Christine, well, right now there are, so the ones that are ready for sale, which means I'm happy with them. I varnished them. They are sometimes framed. I wrap them, and if I can, put them in a cardboard box so I can move them, because I bring them to art shows, and you know, I'm gonna take a picture beforehand so I can put them on my website if I want to. And then yeah, in our wood shop where I built the spinners, there's a little storage with all my art booth stuff, and that's where those paintings are. I'm running kind of low, gotta say, but I have a little time to my next art show. I think it's 4th of July. So what was I saying? Yeah, that's it. I think we already, no, we're fine. Okay, let me put the pillow down. Told you it's a 16 by 20. You guys, I have another troll. It's my own fault for not blocking him, but and usually, you know, I'm okay with trolls. You know, they just help me getting engagement. But what freaks me out, if there's people who come back, like not only on one video that got like pushed by the algorithm and got a bunch of views, that's usually when all the trolls come in. But once in a while, I have people that wouldn't stop. They come back, they're on one, they probably don't like that I'm fairly confident and don't give a damn about them or what they have to say, because I can just see right through them. It's always the same kind of people anyways. I don't know. Yeah, and I have another one who's like keeping coming back, and I just wonder what the problem is with these people. I don't get it. I really don't. But you know, I don't get people these days anyway. Now I'm going to shut up and paint. All right, I have my chubby. Let's see, what are we going to do? I think I want to start in the middle, go this way. Let's do a diagonal. Start here, go this way and then load up again and then go that way. Does that sound like a plan? And maybe, depending on how much cell activator is left on there or whatever I'm doing, I might have to do a little bit more. But minimal should stay minimal. This is white cell activator. It's a good stir. Lynn, yeah, go for it, man. His name is Peter. His name is Peter. He himself is an artist. I'm not saying his name. I mean, I guess I could because he's just being a freaking douchebag. Also very, very sad, man. Why do you need to belittle other other people? Because your own self-esteem is like 0. So it makes you feel better if you belittle others. Oh, did I just do this? I guess I did. All that crap under this. This is black cell activator. So, whoop, just a bit. And then, it's kind of thick. It's gonna work though. Actually, it's, if you want minimal, thick is actually better because it doesn't move as much. And this here is the Super Pearl White. I like it already. There. Okay. Go on. I'm gonna start here with a little, so I'm gonna, it's just the move that I always do. It's funny how, so I will turn and then go this way. Make sure that the opposite side is clean too, because otherwise you will drag whatever's on here with you. And if it's really bad, it will cover whatever you're trying to paint. Oh, why is there nothing happening? Wow. Huh. My white doesn't seem to be very reactive, is it? Let me see. There's an older one or a fresher one, I'm not quite sure, but I'm going to use a different container. That's probably why I have 2 containers, because one didn't work and I just forgot. Let's see if this works. Although, oh, it's coming. Maybe it's just thick. So the thicker the cell activator, the longer it takes the cells to pop up. Nevertheless, let's try this guy. Just really thin. Some of the gold. Oops, oh 9. I just dripped the black. Angie, hi. So I think I'm going to go in here and then move around and go that way. That's just dirt. No, that white does the same thing. How about that? Well, this definitely came back. So let's give the other one a chance too. I wonder what's going on. Yeah, let's give this a second. Although, while this develops, I can clean up some things. Where is a palette knife? Wow, this is dirty. What ifs? Okay, I will cover this. See this light blue? I'm not a big fan. I'm just gonna cover this up by taking some of the pillow paint and then pushing it over it. This might still get me in trouble because, you know, I just pushed it and didn't really cover it. This black here is, I want to cover this up too. Oh. So this will not guarantee that it won't come back. How interesting, the white thing. Let's see what it does. Shall we? Do you see the shimmer of the white? I like it. So this is weird. Let's see what happens. I said that already, didn't I? So first, get into the corners to make sure that the white is fairly spread out without anchoring my design anywhere. When I say anchoring, I mean having it go over the edges. I think my paint spray could be a little bit more saturated. It gets fairly transparent. Could also be the white underneath, hard to tell. Okay. Is that enough? Should I put more on? Oh, hi, Anna. Sorry, Anna. I'm so German. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Linda. So, what should I do? This is my problem. Thinking it's not enough. Let me bring some in the corners. There you go. Oh, should I trust it, you guys? What do you think? Hi, Tina. Yeah, Nikki, you're totally right. Why I wouldn't have the time to be, to, you know, it's, yeah. And that just shows that his art career is probably not going so well. And honestly, usually, you know, you probably, if you have ever had a troll, you heard the same things regarding fluid art. This is not art. My child could do that. And now go to art school. I can always reply to that very well, because I did go. And then we take a brush. Or at least learn how to draw. Like, you have no idea who I am. Why do you really think I cannot draw? I mean, I'm not a great drawer, but if I had to. Well, that's not bad. I like this. Ooh, now I wish everything was like that. I want to know why this is happening, you guys. So I remember I did make, how was that? Okay, I made, that was, sorry, a long time ago. Not too long, but I made white cell activator, and I used, oh, I remember, I used Atelier because it used to work very well for me. Atelier titanium white. I used to use that in the beginning for my cell activator. You can mix it with the Amsterdam, and it's super stretchy. That was when I was using the Glidden Essentials for my pillow paint, so a different brand. And I switched to the PPG brand. And suddenly this doesn't work anymore. I think that's what it was, and it must have been the same container. So I think that's what happened. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Weird, huh? It works. It's funny that you have a cell activator that works, and then you change one thing in your whole process and it doesn't work anymore. And I wish I knew why. Because that has nothing to do with density and stuff. There must be one more thing that we have no idea of that helps with the cells. Okay, one more. Ew. It kept the shape. There we go. Well, not too shabby. Let me move there. Stuff out of the middle. That always happens, you guys. You can't go with just spinning because the middle will always end up having a big chunk of paint. And you have to move. Let's see how fast this moves here. That's no problem though. You're gonna move it out of the middle and thin it out that way. And it doesn't really hurt the composition if I do that now. There's other times when it does hurt. So always be aware of the little blobs. See here, that's all the paint from the middle. Eh. Yeah, Jacqueline, that is, yes, it is so hard sometimes. Especially if you're used to like doing all the hide and reveals, but where you like, or the geometrical boom, the scoop and drag madness, the more you do, the better it looks, or you kind of have to do a lot to make it look like something, while the minimal stuff, let me rephrase that, switching from one of those techniques back to minimal is tough because you're used to a lot of paint and then you suddenly have to do the opposite. So I do like the swipe with the white cell activator that doesn't work. I really do. I don't think that I would have gotten these cells without the black and the gold cell activator. So I'm thinking that they can't live on to their full potential if you have a layer on top of them that does not work as a cell activator. That's why you don't want to mix up all these layers that you have. You know, when you put pillow paint on top of everything, you won't have cells. If your colors are on top of the cell activator, you won't have cells. If you put a not working cell activator on top of working cell activators, you might not get cells. We got lucky though, and I like it. Let me get you down. Lulu! I like to say Lulu. My Chihuahua used to, that I used to have was, well, her name was Lucy, but I called her Lulu. Spittles would have fit too. Sorry. I'm trying to, can I zoom in? I always ask you this question because there's a lot of, there we go. Okay, so this gold is now fairly dull, but once it dries, I use the Golden's gold, a mix of deep gold and bright gold. And that usually comes back, although I had a few paintings in the past where it doesn't, or didn't. It looked more like a yellow. So this is where, I think this is where I got rid of the blue. Wiggly woggly cells, I hope they will stay. Yeah, let's see how this dries, huh? I'll show you next week. I don't know why this is not working the way I want it to. Darn it. Hi, what else is new? This is cool. I might do one these days with a not working cell activator, just because it's different. I like different. Okay, let me see what. If you have any questions, let me know now. Yes, please. Thumbs up, subscribing, telling people, sharing the video, blah, 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 blah. Friday, I'll show you. It's a hide and reveal pour that I did, and that I love the colors, and I was experimenting with it. And I think it was 18 by 24. If not, it was 16 by 20. I think it's 18 by 24. And my point is that there's that much of the painting that I love, and I did keep it, and then I painted on it, and that's what I'm going to show you on Friday in my video. And now I'm going to check. Okay. Yes, Lynn, what is it? Yeah, I use my paints as long as I can. Since I changed my recipe to skipping the varnish, so I don't use varnish in the mix anymore, and that makes the paints actually live longer. It's hard to tell. Here, let me check. I have paint here. It's been sitting here for, I would guess, 4 weeks. Of course, the sides are gunky, so be careful. Oh, this is really hard. Oh, this is really hard. You will want... It smells good. This is... I've never seen this before. This must be there for longer than 4 weeks, which is entirely possible. Okay, so to answer your question, I have no idea. I just realized they last longer. After weeks, they're fine. After a week, they are still fine. It helps not having the varnish in there. This here seems, yeah, this is not, you can't save this paint anymore. See how gunky it is. Usually with the Valspar, the paints, after they sit for a while, they look goopy, but you give them a good stir and they are fine. And if they are too thick, I add the GAC 100 or 800. And then just a few drops, and then you can save them for a little bit longer. Yeah, sorry. So I guess I can't really answer that question, because I had paints be okay after 4 weeks and I had them be too hard after a couple of weeks. I guess it depends on how tight your containers are, how long they've been open. Sometimes my paints sit here the whole day, and then obviously you can't use them that good anymore. I might Bill. Hi Bill, I will check you. I will try to check my emails. Okay, wait, I have to scroll back up because, okay. Katja, was mache ich beim Anmischen von TLP falsch, wenn die Zellen am Anfang super sind und völlig verlaufen? So her question is, what is she doing wrong when mixing the TLP with jar mica pigments? Cells are fine in the beginning and then they melt. So usually, so you don't have a binder in the powdered pigments, which you have in a tube paint. There's binders in there. It's strong. Also die Pigmente haben keinen Binder, aber die Tubenfarben haben einen Binder, also so einen Klebstoff, der die Pigmente zusammenhält. Und this is difficult. So you have to add a binder. Also musst du einen Binder dazugeben. Du kannst das entweder machen mit einem Gelgloss. Also habe ich einen. So you can do that with a gel gloss. I heard that a lot of times that would, I say gel gloss, a gel medium, sorry. I don't know why people call it gel gloss. It's a gel medium, and you can get it in glossy, in matte, or not. So, but you can also get it in heavy and in not heavy. See here I have a matte gel, and this is a gloss heavy gel. I would pick the glossy one. Just give a little bit to that, and then you have more binder. And yeah, did I answer your question? Oh, Caprol, yes. Also, genauso. Hi Priya, you're late, girl. Katja, war das klar? Habe ich das erklärt? Gut erklärt? Caprol. Kriegst du in jedem Farbenladen. Okay. Oh no, Judy. What? Yeah, I heard about that. I have the infinity here too. I did a bit. I never posted that video, but when I got through all the trouble, I did buy a lot of deep bases and try them out, and that's why I have the infinity. And the infinity that dries super clear. I think that's the best. If you can make that work, that's great. I might try that recipe too. I think Karen does that, right? So, but why did it not work? What happened when you used this Valspar Dynasty, I wonder? Yes, Jacqueline. It's the Australian, it's the magic. I'm sorry. I love the American, well, only American's Floetrol does not work to get cells. If you do the pre-stain, oil-based minwax pre-stain thing in there, that works. Cells are different. It's stinky, toxic. You can't recycle your paints because you have oil in there. So, meh. And you can give it, like if you really recycle, which everybody of you should do, if you can't reuse your paints anymore, put them back in the can and bring them to your local household recycling place. And please don't dump them in your backyard or your neighbor's backyard, even though there are buttholes. Don't do it, because it doesn't hurt the neighbors, it hurts every living animal that is in the dirt and every living animal that eats the things that are in the dirt. You know, Kleingeistigkeit should not be a thing anymore. Kleingeist. I don't know why I said that. Okay, woo! Sometimes you have no questions and now you're all like, whoop, 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 whoop. Coffee. I mean, I have time. I don't mind at all. That's why I'm here for. Oh, okay, wait. Varnish is super sticky. And guys, varnish is not made to be inside your paints. It's made to be on top of a dried painting. Yeah. There. I have opinions. I should tell Pete. Yeah, Nikki, I get that. Yeah. And so if you're just using Amsterdam paints, you don't even need the Valspar. It's Amsterdam and, no, I used the wrong word. Amsterdam paint and Valspar are enough. You do not need the Dynasty. Maybe I said it right. I don't remember. Oh, Judy, yeah. Painting takes the mind of a lot of things. Sorry, I'm going through. Christoph, why? Wait. Ja. No Varnish. Das Joe Sonja ist das Varnish. Caparol Priya is a European, they call it elephant skin. It's an acrylic emulsion, but it's done for, I think it's made to cover walls to make him less, better, more cleanable. Does that make sense? I think that's what it is. I actually used to, back in the days, I used to paint with it. I used it as a binder to, you know, brush paint. I mixed my earth pigments with it, and it worked great. Two paint pigments didn't hold. That's interesting, Rose. Stumpfes Trumpf. Wenn du das so sagst. Ich bin dagegen. Dagegen. Liquitex pouring medium. Interesting, Tandra. And hi, Tandra. Tandra, we have to talk about the Raven because a lot of people want it. Send me a message. Okay. I think I've got them all. Okay, Lulu, yeah, check it out. Try it. Yeah, well, Rose, if it works for you, stick with it. I mean, I wouldn't have switched to a not varnish thing if I didn't have that so much trouble. Because to me, the melting part happened with the varnish, but I think the triple thick might be a different thing. I have no idea, to be honest with you. Who knows? There is still such a big unknown why this works and what. I mean, there's theories. I have my own theory in my head, but it doesn't mean it's true unless there is a scientist who studies this and tells me, okay, this and this and this and this happens, and if you do this, that happens because of, I want to know that stuff. GAC 100 should not be forbidden in the EU. It's just I think it's like Caparol. Caparol. Okay. Yeah, golden products, I think they are fairly expensive in Germany, isn't that right? Yes. Okay. Okay, Lynn, make me proud, okay? Thank you, everybody, for being here one more time. I'll be back Monday. Will I? I think so. Oh, Gersticker. I love Gersticker and Bösner. I shut up now. Drink my coffee. Let the dog out. Love y'all. Be nice. Be good. And go find Peter. Bye-bye.